Yo, good morning, guys. Good morning. All right, so the market actually has heated up a little bit. Mitch and I had a conference yesterday to talk about some of these moving stocks. We got a decent amount of movers here, and we've actually got some more this morning. Just recently, NIHD started to run really nicely, gapping up from 518 to 610. Let me pull it up here. NIHD here. Really nice move. Unfortunately, this one's not tradable, but I do have some options today to trade. More specifically, GERN, ASNA, gapping up nicely. XON, VSTM, TLRY, TGTX. I can trade all of those. For the ones I can't trade, there is JAGX, which is gapping up from 65 to. Oh, hold on, let me mute this. Sorry, guys, if you hear an echo. Okay, yeah, it's working. All right, yeah, so a few of them that I can't trade: JAGX gapping up from 65 cents to $1, NIHD, GBR, SAEX. Unfortunately, I can't trade those four, but about 4 out of 12 are not tradable, so most of my watch list is, so that's pretty good to see. Let's see what else we got here. They got the cannabis stocks gapping up a little bit more. All right, so we got some options here today. Let me catch back up on the chat. Excuse me, guys. I got you. Who got this? Give me 1 second, brother. What's up, Seven? How you been, man? Haven't seen you in a few days, bro. Good morning, Missouri. B Movies. Good morning. The Kid. Good morning. Like I said, Seven. What's up, brother? The Kid's having issues with Robinhood that won't allow to purchase securities and say only allow closed positions. Let me look real quick. I've seen it happen before on Robinhood where they don't let you get in and out of anything. I mean, it's letting me kind of place an order in pre-market. I don't know. It's not letting me put in share size. Let's see how many shares do I have. 100. Yeah, I mean, it's letting me sell. I could sell if I want to. Yeah, I could still sell in Robinhood. I don't know if it's just you or what. Good morning, Netron. Good morning, Masher. Surfing Sky. Sorry. Seven. You still having problems with Nightbot? Yeah, man. Y'all have major beef, bro. Esha. Good morning. Yeah, man. It's 8 o'clock here in Texas. Yeah, surfing. I'm definitely looking at XON too for a short, just because it's up so much from yesterday and the day before that. I'm looking at this one for a potential short as well. Nice. So you had a swing trade on Gurn. That looks good, man. I'm really looking at Gurn for a short this morning, though. We'll see. What's up, WL Valores? Good morning, man. Brian, good morning. Live Gains, good morning. Who get this? Yeah. Yo, what's up, man?
There you go.
All right, guys, we got Mitch here.
What's going on, guys? I'm excited. I know you guys are. You guys are starting to see the market heat up, and I'm getting ready to heat up with it. Let's do this.
Yeah, man, we got some movers here. I mean, a lot of these I can't trade, unfortunately, but some of these I can trade.
Hey, who knows? Maybe they'll add it in the middle of the day. What we are starting to see is volume.
Right.
So usually TEFs add stocks that have a lot of volume. So we're going to go ahead and pay attention to those stocks. Just keep kind of a lookout for stocks that are really, really just ramping up. Around this time, we definitely get some heat up time. And if you see the stocks overall, at least the last big movers, you pull up like FinViz and you just see the top movers on there, you're going to see a whole bunch of stocks that are really, really moving. The volatility is increasing. So with volatility increasing means traders are going to be coming in, and we got to go ahead and start taking advantage of these big moves.
Yes, sir. It looks good, man. I mean, the market's looking pretty good, man. And like Mitch and I talked about, I'm gonna try to jump into possibly some VWAP bounce setups. Maybe take my first long setup on
Hey,
TEFs
hey, I
in
know
like
people are
six
excited
months.
about that.
Yeah, first long setup in like 6 months, and so we'll see how it goes, man. Like Mitch and I had like a little conference yesterday. We talked about it. With the market heating up, we might not get as many VWAP fade setups as we did previously. I'm still gonna obviously look for them just because that's kind of our bread and butter, but we're going to start looking for some VWAP bounces, some long setups, using small sizing at first. If we can build some consistency with these long setups, that's when I'm going to go a little bit bigger. But since I haven't really traded long in like 6 months, I'm definitely going to take it slow with small sizing. But I'm still going to be looking for home runs with VWAP fades. We'll see if we get any. Really nice market day, lots of volume today, so.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the way to approach it right now. Start taking some small longs to get yourself into the process of taking longs. Once you find yourself start making some good profit, at least cents per share, then we can start increasing those cents on the long side. And in the meantime, kind of really work that VWAP bounce, really understand it and hone in on the strategy, guys. With every strategy, you do have to adapt to the market you're in. And that's why every strategy is not going to work consistently throughout the year. You have to start adjusting with the market. And that's what really good traders do. They're willing to go ahead and adjust and realize how the market is working and not try to play against the market, but try to more along find how the market's moving and move with the market.
Yep. Somebody's asking me why are these stocks on my watch list. I mean, the simple answer, I just put it in the chat, is that they're moving. The stocks are moving. They're moving in pre-market. They're gapping up, a lot of them. They're either gapping up or gapping down. My strategy revolves around shorting overextended stocks, and so I inherently look for overextended stocks and try to short them if they set up with a VWAP fade. And that's basically it. Like I say, I don't like to try to predict what they're gonna do with the open because you never really know. I just like to react. If they're setting up with my strategy, I just try to react to it and take the trade. Good morning, Abdul. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what I also talked about with Mitch yesterday. I got to learn to hold my winners a little bit longer. Here's this. That's the major problem is that I have a super high accuracy rate, at least in the last 2 months. But I'm not holding on to I'm not letting my winners go to my profit target. I'm cutting them off too soon. And then my losses, I'm cutting my losses off, fine, I think. But I'm not letting my winners run to the profit targets I originally set before even entering the trade. And so that is one of my biggest problems. That's what I definitely have to work on for sure. And I can agree with you on that.
Hey, it's something that, like I always say, there's always room for improvement.
Right, for
There's
sure.
even going to be times that you're really good at something, and then just in the last 3 or 4 weeks, you're starting to kind of make that strength become a weakness. So you got to go back to your strength.
Yep.
John, your strength has always been, being calm and patient, trying to wait for your setups, and I think that's all you really need to do. You maybe got a little bit more on the eager side. One of the things is when we do size up, we get that kind of feeling that, this is the time to start making moves.
Right.
And sometimes we go ahead and overextend ourselves. So what we've been seeing is not really VWAP fades not working, but what we've been seeing is more long. Yeah, and they're not as big moves.
Right.
So what we've been seeing more is a first support touch, maybe a second support touch, but not that home run move where we see that after that second support touch, it just completely tank.
Right. Yeah, I mean.
So, like yesterday was a good example on AMRN. Even though it was a really, really good fade at the beginning of the day, it ended up getting to that second support and just holding there, and eventually just reversing right back up.
Right, exactly. And I mean, I'm still watching this one for sure. I mean, it's still up a ton.
What I think is we're adjusting in that we're going to be trying to nail more that second support out versus holding those little extra shares for the home run move.
Yeah, for sure.
I think for right now, you're better off just kind of nailing the first VWAP fade, hitting it on the support one, hitting it on support two, and then getting out of the trade. And if the trade comes back to the VWAP, then you can start looking into more of a VWAP fade again. But what we've been seeing more often is this red to green, where a VWAP fades in the beginning, comes down to that second support, and then kind of edges its way right back to that VWAP. And when it gets above that VWAP, we've been seeing more of the VWAP bounce.
Right, I've seen it. It happens a lot, and that's why we're gonna take it slow with small sizing on the long side, but we are gonna try some if they set up. Yeah, so I'm looking at Seven said I had a dream that you could buy land here in Colorado off the Robinhood app. That's how hard I wanted to trade today. Yeah, man. Honestly, I've actually been looking at buying a house in Colorado lately.
Oh, brother, I'm getting out there soon, man.
Yeah, man.
So
I was looking at Colorado Springs. I don't really want to be in Denver. I think Denver's going to be a little bit too expensive, but I just want like a suburb outside of Colorado where, it's not going to cost 400,000 or 500,000 for like a 3-bedroom. Maybe someplace in the mountains like a camp.
Who knows? The future's looking bright, man.
Well, what I'm really trying to do is I'm trying to buy a property out there, like a nice property in the mountains, and then rent it out via Airbnb is what I'd probably end up doing, and then I could stay there when I want and rent it out when I'm not there. But it would have to be in the mountains to give people that incentive to want to rent it out via Airbnb. Yeah. Snap Trade's down this morning. I already contacted my contact with Snap Trade and let them know. They should have it up soon.
Yeah, they just probably got some server issues. That's the part of growing. You start running into too many viewers at once.
Right. They've gotten big, man. Snaptrade is a cool site. It really is. They got they recently, like I said yesterday, they recently put out, they were asking me what is something that my viewers would find value in, what's something that they could add that would be beneficial for the site. And the number one thing I told them was a pre-market scanner. I told them most of the people that follow me, they trade gappers, and if you have a gap scanner, a lot of people are going to be using that. And so they recently rolled out the gap scanner. Once they get it up and running, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, they do have a new gap scanner that they put out there, and they also updated their news to where their news is a lot more recent. It's a lot more real-time news, and so they just fixed a bunch of stuff, so I thought that was really cool. But yeah, so I can trade. These are my 4 main watches just because I can trade these: GERN, XON, VSTM, ASNA, and probably AMRN, just to add 5 to my main watches. For the ones I can't trade, there is NIHD, which has been running this morning. You can see gapping up from 518 to 591. There is GBR, which ran a ton yesterday. It's actually gapping down, but it was a big mover. SAEX, gapping down technically as well, but huge runner. This one, look at SAEX, guys. This one ran up from $7.46 all the way to $26.80, basically $27. So huge move there. Basically a 400% move for SAEX. And so just ridiculous moves right now. There's a few other ones I'm watching. TS, which I can trade. I'm looking at this one. Not my favorite, but it's gapping up from about 33 to 34.50. So keeping an eye on that. And of course, the other cannabis stocks: TLRY, NBEV, CRON, CRN, CRON, CGC, and IGC. But some of these I can trade, some of these I can't. But the market's definitely having some decent volume here. I'm kind of bummed out GERN is dropping. I really wish it would hold.
This is definitely, guys, when I do like to start using that trade ideas. That trade ideas definitely starts playing into days like today where you got to watch so many stocks. So one of the biggest things that I want to use to help me with that is I'm going to use my tools. What tools do I got access to? I got Thinkorswim, where I can do a lot of price alerts. So what you do is you establish your resistance and your supports, and then you can do price alerts above that resistance or below that support, so that you can find the stocks that are actually moving towards their resistance and support, so you can find the ones that have the best possibility of giving you the best risk to reward.
Man, look at GERN. Sorry, what did you say, Mitch? I was looking at the
No,
chat.
just like focus and put some price alerts today because a lot of stocks are going to be moving. So if you're not like kind of um, you can be all over the place today. Today's the kind of day where there's so many stocks that are going to move probably at the open that this one's going to look good, that one's going to look good. Pretty much half of your watch list is going to look good.
Yeah.
So the best way to approach that is to actually have price alerts on the actual levels that you're looking for versus as, oh, I just see a candle pop up, I'm going to go look at that.
For sure. CEI, a few people talking about that one. It's running up. Unfortunately, it's not tradable. But, man, GERN filling the gap now. Super frustrating, man. That was like my favorite watch, man. And this happens. Honestly, this is one of those ones, like, this is starting to turn into, like, a plausible strategy. The biggest thing is, like, I would have to use a different broker to short. But I'm starting to think this might be a good strategy is look for a huge gapper and short it, 20 minutes before the open. Because this has been happening a lot. Just over and over again, a huge gap, and it starts to fill the gap actually before the open. I am going to look for this one, even though this pullback is in pre-market, I'm going to look for this one to pull back to the VWAP at the open and get rejected. And so we'll see. What's up? Let me catch back up on the chat.
It's a busy day.
Yeah, for sure. Good morning, John. Jesus, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm watching ADMP. It's not tradable, unfortunately, for me, though. Mr. R-Wing, Scott 1, John O, GLBX, CEI, Van. Yeah, I'm noticing a lot of... GEOBX. Maybe GBLX. No volume for that one, unfortunately for me. I'm watching ASNA. ASNA looks good down to this 415 level is what I'm really watching for it. VSTM too, so they got a few options here.
GBR not tradable.
Yeah, GBR
still looking good.
Yeah, NIHD looks good. Unfortunately, it's not tradable. What's up, B Bauer? Good morning, man. Moti. The reason I have level 2 on both is because I want to see what the spread is before I trade it. And if I didn't have it pull it up on these charts, I would have to type it in here just to see what the level 2 was like. And so I like level 2 here just so I can glance at it, see if the spread's good enough for me to trade, Daniel, good morning. Let's see. Track Racer, what's up, man? Good morning. Orbit. Yeah, JONE looks good too. Unfortunately, it's not tradable, but JONE. Really nice move there. Started out at 476 yesterday. It's up to 950. Aries, good morning. IGC. Yeah, IGC looks good. Yeah, Thinkorswim looks to be running a little bit better. I'm sure they had a lot of complaints yesterday about Thinkorswim, and so I'm sure they got it fixed. Alright, so, I mean, looking at GERN, we still may have some room down to the 25-20 level, or that 625 level, or that 620 level. We'll see. I don't like it as much. Preferably, I'd like to see it push up a little bit to the 660 level back up there. What's up, Tiny? Good morning. What's up, Pinball? Good morning, man. If you're using scanners, what do I look for? I just look for gapping stocks. I just look for big percentage moves with high volume in pre-market or after hours. Like you can see every stock I'm looking at, it's either moving a lot, like even if it's not gapping up a ton like XON, it's still moving a decent amount here. And so that's really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for just movement in pre-market, regardless of whether it's gapping up or gapping down. I'm just trying to see how, why it's moving, if people are actually watching it. Just because volume's important and overextension's important for my setup. What's up, Leandro? Good morning, man. Let me go over the news on some of these. There's a lot to go over, so I should probably start a little bit early right now. Oh wait, somebody's asking me to try. The guy, my contact with SnapTrade is asking me to try it again. Let's see if it works now. There we go. Okay, so I think, yeah. So SnapTrade is back up and running. And today's news is brought to you by SnapTrade. That's SNAPTRADE.us. Since they were down a little bit this morning, I didn't get a chance to update my watch list, but usually I share this watch list with a decent amount of traders each morning. And so if you're interested in having this watch list shared with you, let me know and I can add you to this list. All you have to do is sign up to SnapTrade. But like I said, they did add a new pre-market gapping scanner, and so you can see it shows you all the recent gappers in the market. And I can change it from price level, price of the stock. I usually look for stocks under $10, sometimes a little bit higher, but it kind of shows you the big moves in the market and what's moving. So a really awesome thing that they just added was this free scanner. So I'm definitely checking this out. There's a few other things that they have, like a top list, which is really useful. It shows you the best stocks in that market, and you can see a lot of the stocks on my list are actually in this top list as well, specifically XON. But I also use them to look up the news. It looks like the news may be down on SnapTrade, and so, but I use them to look up the news usually. And so, if you're interested in, like I said, if you're interested in checking this site out, it's snaptrade.us, snaptrade.us, and I'll go ahead and post this link. But yeah, they just included that gap scanner. A lot of people are asking me how I find the stocks I trade and what scanners do I use, and I've been using SnapTrade. They recently added that gap scanner, and so check it out, snaptrade.us. But yeah, let's check out the news on some of these. First one I'm looking up is ASNA. It looks like an earnings play in after hours yesterday, but let's check it out first. So yeah, quarter four sales and revenue, earnings expectations beat the street expectations. Their shares are up 21.5%. They reported 4% rise in quarter four sales versus the analyst expectations of 0.5%. So they definitely beat the street expectations. Sales have been going up since the second quarter of 2015. And so, yeah, good earnings for ASNA, good sales, beat the street expectations. So it's a real catalyst. We'll see what happens with it. Next one I'm looking at is GERN.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, I know Seven said he was holding GERN. I hope he sold it before that big drop. I'm not really getting any new news on GERN. Oh, wait, there is some. Let me find it. So it sounds like research came out for GERN. And it sounds like it's just up on technical factors for GERN. There's a bounce. I do like this bounce here. Next one I'm looking at is VSTM, which originally it was gapping up. It kind of reversed and came back down, which is fine. I mean, I'm still looking at it. I still think it may have some plays to jump into. But curious, I only like it down to really that $8.11 level. Let's see if we can see why. This one's kind of going crazy like it's been doing. All right, so FDA, the reason it originally gapped up like this is because the FDA approved their blood cancer drug. The drug's name is Copictra, which is known as, I can't pronounce this, but it's to treat chronic leukemia, small lymphocytic lymphoma. I think I actually pronounced that right, for blood cancer patients. And so positive FDA approval came out, but then they also dropped because there's a press release that say it dropped because they plan to seek speedy approval for a leukemia drug. It does not plan to seek accelerated approval. The Independent Data Safety Monitoring Board did not conduct an interim analysis of its trial data. So this one's tricky. I mean, it looks like it went up because the FDA approved their bio drug, but it eventually dropped back down because they don't plan to do speedy approval, which is kind of confusing. I'll have to research that a little bit more. Another one I'm looking at is XON. I'm pretty sure this one's just up on technicals. I think this is another cannabis-related stock. Yeah, it looks like they're planning to present. Yeah, this one's just up on technicals from the last few days. This one also had a news release that kind of came out for ZIOP. We'll see where that one goes. But to look at some of these other stocks that I can't trade, like GBR, had a crazy day yesterday. Let's look to see why some of these are moving. I think a lot of these are crypto stocks. All right, so good second quarter results for GBR. Now looking at SAEX for this after this crazy move here. It had a lot of halts yesterday. Interesting. I mean, I don't see any catalyst for SAEX, which is really interesting. I mean, this is probably the hugest move I've seen in the market lately, from 750 to 2530. Went as high as 32, so just a ridiculous move. Almost about 450% move. That's just a crazy move there. Also looking at, what's the other one? NIHD ran up this morning some from 518 to 518 or to 580. Let's look at NIHD now. I don't really see anything out on NIHD. The last thing that came out was on the 20th, which was 5 days ago. Interesting here. We're gonna have to see why some of these are moving like that. That's really interesting that some of these are just no catalyst for these crazy moves. These are kind of prime candidates for shorts. I wish I could trade them. JONE, next one, gapping up from 652 to 940 in pre-market, so another crazy move here. But the market's definitely heated up some. So JONE regained compliance with the New York Stock Exchange and continued listing requirements. That's ultimately why it's gapping up, is because they regained compliance. And so that's a real catalyst. We'll see what this one does. It's not tradable, unfortunately, unless they added it, but they didn't. But yeah, it's not tradable, but it's still definitely one I'm watching. Definitely keeping an eye on GERN. GERN. So these are probably my four biggest watches: VSTM, ASNA, GERN, and XON, as well as AMRN. Looks decent. GNCA. GNCA, I think, used to be tradable. I don't know if it still is or not. No, they took it off. Also watching TS, gapping up some. All right, so that's basically it. So SAEX was a stock split. I mean, I don't know why it didn't show me that on the other website I used to look up news. But interesting. I'll have to try to figure out. So it was a split right in the middle of the day yesterday for SAEX?
Yeah, there was a split.
CEI, a few people telling me to look up CEI. Let's check it out.
Can't trade it.
Yeah, I know. It's a pity stock.
It's not a bad stock. It can erupt both ways. I just think we can't trade it, so it's more along. You can watch it. It's definitely a watchable stock. I don't think it's not a bad stock to watch, especially it's running. It has a lot of momentum towards that $1 mark. It's running a bull flag pre-market, so you've gotten that 1 up, 1 down, 2 up, 3 down. All you gotta do is see 66 hold here, guys. 66 holds here at the open. If it flushes down, rejects 64s, and then comes back up, that's what you want to see. If you see this thing get below 64 cents, that's when you want to start kind of watching this for more of a VWAP fade off of that 64.
Right, for sure. I like that. Hi, Adria.
It is tight. It is tight to remember. Whenever you trade any of these penny stocks, essentially, you have to do more sizing. So your risk to reward needs to be kind of tighter. It could be like a 10-cent gain for a 2-cent risk or
right,
3-cent risk. That's how you want to kind of approach these.
Right, for sure. So somebody's asking me to say hi to Adria. Good morning, Adria. That's cool that she took off work to chill with you, man. But yeah, good morning. Appreciate the sub, Bro Mac. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. Hmm. All right, so we got about 5 minutes. But yeah, let's get some. Let's take some good trades today, Mitch. A lot of
Yeah,
movement. We got the
man.
volume today, brother. So
Yeah, volume's there. One of the key things that I'm gonna do is the first 5 minutes, guys, are not for trades for me. The first 5 minutes are gonna be to find the stock that I want to trade.
right, 100%. Yuma. A few people talking about Yuma. I remember Yuma. I remember I traded Yuma a while back on Thinkorswim when it was at like $3.10, and I remember thinking 310 to Yuma. It's not tradable now though. No worries, Leandro. But yeah, ASNA.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting here at the open.
Yeah, man, we
There's
got
a lot of stock.
a lot of craziness right now, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
On
hold
my
it down,
watch
bro.
list, there's like 10.
Hold it down, bro. I'll be back in like a minute.
All right, guys. This is when 9:25, guys. This is when we start going over our visualization. We want to go ahead and visualize the trade that you're trying to make here. Guys, start understanding the levels that you're looking for. Set your price targets and understand that if it goes to those certain levels that you want to look at the stock. I use Thinkorswim with that. It's really easy. You just get to a level, you right click, you go to create alert, and you hit create. That's all you got to do. As simple as that. For Rattlesnake, for Thinkorswim platform, we're using the live scanner and live charting. You can get this for free with them. All you got to do is create an account. John has a video on there, exactly how to get the live set up. But all you got to do is just create an account and then have them set up either your live paper trading or set up the live data on your real-time platform. All right, guys. CEI, that does look good, guys. If you guys are trying to trade that does look good.
All right, I'm back.
I'm going to be watching GERN, guys. It needs to at least push up there and fake on a long side because it's already done the VWAP fade there at 60s.
GERN, yeah, man. That's what I was saying. I was looking for that move. Somebody saying, "Hi, I checked the Thinkorswim platform. They have a 60-day trial. I wanted to know what subscription you are using." I'm not using anything, bro. This is their free platform.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not actually paying for anything for Thinkorswim. I used to have an account with them. I do have a video on how to get free real-time quotes. If you want me to post that, let me know. I'll post it. Also, if anybody's interested in signing up to TradeNet, the 20% off intro package sale ends at the end of this month. So in 5 days, the sale's over with, and so you do have 5 days to get 20% off the intro package. I make a small commission from it, but if you want to help support the channel, you can go through this link. I try to be honest with people about TradeNet, though. It's a decent broker, a lot of shorts, really good fills. The biggest flaw with TradeNet is that some stocks aren't tradable. Like today, GBR, NIHD, SAEX all aren't tradable, and that's probably the biggest flaw. I've usually found out that I can still make it work, though. But yeah, if anybody's interested in signing up, here's the link. Go check it out. If you want to help support the channel, you can go through our link, and we appreciate it if you do. But yeah, let me know. I can also post the video on how to get free real-time quotes on Thinkorswim. Let me try to post that real quick before.
All right, guys. 9:28 here, almost 9:29.
Yeah.
Let's do this, guys. One of the key things, guys, if you are calling out stocks, make sure that you're not just saying, "Oh, this one's running." You can just say why or what pattern you're seeing. And understand that in the end, me and John are looking more on the short side, but we are starting to heat up on the long side, and we're going to be looking. If we do take some trades, they're going to be more small shared trades on the long side, and we're willing to go bigger on the short side.
Yes, sir. I mean, that's what it's about. We have an established strategy that we're going to try to use like we always do, but we're also going to try to experiment with some longs today if we get some setups Obviously, I'm more looking towards shorting, as always. But, you know, I don't mind taking a few long positions. The biggest thing is that, you know, there is a little bit of pressure that comes with live streaming. And what people have to understand is that, like, it's obvious that I'm like a profitable trader at this point. It's just about kind of building towards my emotions and working on handling that a little bit more. But let's focus, man. 20 seconds until the open. Let's make some money today. Not going to rush into anything this morning. Yeah, I'm looking at AMRN as well. AMRN doesn't look bad. Definitely watching that.
Yeah, my top 3 stocks right now that I'm watching are AMRN, VSTM, and GERN.
There's the bell.
Also, I'm watching SPPI. That's a down gapper that I need to see do some volume.
All right, so I see a few stocks dropping today, specifically the cannabis stock, CRON, TLRY, GBR. Looking at ASNA.
VSTM.
Yeah, VWAP's too high for that one. I mean, unless I'm looking for a VWAP bounce. But
yeah.
There goes GERN washing. And look at ASNA tank. Big tank in all 2 of those. AMRN running up some. But man, look at ASNA tank here. It closed at what, about 410? It's on to 426. Little tricky. Cron looks like a good little VWAP fade right now. Actually, it's not a VWAP fade because it rebounded, but doesn't look that bad. Looking at AMRN at this point. AMRN looks to be setting up perfectly for the fade. If AMRN can bounce back up to the VWAP, I'm going to jump in with 100. It's got to drop a little bit more though. Preferably another candle here. Also looking at GERN. Alright, here's AMRN pushing up. I tried to take a small position there, it didn't get filled. Or actually it didn't actually execute the order. Looking at ASNA kind of setting up for it too. It looks like if ASNA can get up to 450. TGTX kind of setting up for it too. Honestly, look at TGTX. That one's setting up nicely. Alright, I'm in with 100 shares on AMRN. Gotta be careful here. Don't want to get squeezed up. It's already kind of high for it.
Yeah, don't like that one that much.
Oof, that one squeezed up quick. I think I got out. No, I didn't get out. What? Alright. Okay, I'm frozen in the trade, I think. I'm gonna have to mark it out, man. What is going on, dude? Ugh, wow. I literally can't believe that. Like $31 loss. Moving on though, ASNA is setting up perfectly for it. But wow, I literally can't believe it did that. Like it completely froze me in the trade. I'm in ASNA.
I'm going to be watching, guys, 1240, guys, for an entry on AMRN, guys. 1240 on the long side, guys.
I'm in ASNA.
I'm going to be looking for the VWAP bounce, guys, on this. It's going to be risking off of somewhere near that 1240. Probably 1250 could be an entry, but the risk would be off of that 1240. Ultimate risk down there at 1217.
But man, I'm frustrated. I gotta be honest with AMRN. Like I tried to get out for like a $15 loss, and it didn't fill me on my order, and then it ended up just running up. I had to try to cancel it, and it wouldn't cancel it. So $31 loss. Frustrating.
I just missed BSTM. I hit the sell order at 77. It didn't fill me by 1 cent again. Those 1 cent fills, brother.
Yeah, man.
That was a nice one right there. VWAP fade right there. Boom, right back to the support. Would be taking some right here at 850.
I know it looked good, man. I'm in. There we go.
Looked beautiful. I just missed it by one. I could even show you the order. The order went through. It just didn't fill.
All right, I got out for a $20-something gain on ASNA. It was a beautiful fade. Now my loss is only $10. I'm just trying to move on with my day at that point. I just wanted to get some of that big loss on to take some of the pressure off. Definitely should have held it a little bit longer, but I should have taken big share size. Honestly, I was pretty frustrated, and I'm already still pretty aggravated about AMRN. It was just really frustrating. Like I got in the trade and. You know, the biggest thing, it actually wasn't Tef's. It was actually my fault, what happened. AMRN looks like a VWAP bounce, though, at this point.
Yeah, I tried to get in there at 50s, no fill.
Let's see if we get that drop. But beautiful fade on ASNA. It's set up perfectly. I don't know what kind of share size to take with AMRN if I do try to take it. Also, Gurn for the
100.
VWAP fade.
I think 100 is fine. You have a potential of 50 cents, 60 cents there. Didn't get my fill there at 50s, guys. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it didn't fill me, but I was sitting there at 50, just didn't get filled. Would have been able to sell some right now. Half of it there and half of it on the 13 break, guys.
What do you think
a little
about
upset that I didn't get my fill there.
What do you think about Gurn? Like it got up there, but it has that resistance at 660.
How much volume got in as it ramped to the VWAP?
About 200,000 shares.
A lot. A
Yeah.
lot more than the drop. So that's why I wouldn't want to do that one. So that's what you got to understand, guys. We look for the huge volume at the beginning. Then we look a pullback as it goes to those lower levels. This AMRN, man, that one's a little upsetting that I wasn't able to get in there either.
Hey, I'd rather be bummed out I missed a trade than bummed out I had a losing trade. You know, I mean, honestly, I'm actually happy. I gained most of that loss back. I'm only down $10 on the day, but I should have been up at this point $16 because it should have been like a $10 to $15 loss, and it was just a stupid mistake on my part. Like I did what a lot of people have been kind of criticizing me about lately, is that I didn't actually set a limit price and I just clicked sell or cover and it didn't get me out. And so I actually have to specify, get ready, and maybe set up some hotkeys. Yeah, Track Racer. Honestly, like I said, I'm happy. I made a majority of it back really quickly, but it's still frustrating. VSTM maybe for another fade right here, bro.
Yeah, I'm watching her. My really thing is that there's been some volume down there in the 60s, and I don't like to see the volume below the VWAP, guys. I like to see the volume come in at the VWAP to show that they're shorters. This could
TLRY.
squeeze right here. That's why I'm not going to take it.
TLRY may be fading off the VWAP here.
GERN. Crash right back down.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't take that VWAP bounce. It looked good. The biggest thing that kept me from getting into it was that 660 resistance. It actually followed that 660 resistance, and so because of that, didn't like it as much. TLRY actually had a really nice fade. I mean, it got a little bit high. It actually went up an extra $1, but that's basically a fade. And I ended up getting out of ASNA. It looks like it was the right move. I got out almost around these lows. Just moving on. Not going to force anything. Really, I wish I could trade SAEX at this point. Look at SAEX. I'm surprised the SAEX volume is so low, but actually, if it's a split, it's actually not that surprising. I do think I probably should have added back on ASNA up here. I think that's a reasonable position to take. Kind of what Mitch always talks about is adding back your risk. TS, look at TS. It had a little bounce off the VWAP.
I think BSTM is going to get either some rocketing move here or just jam back down. There's a lot of volume sliding through there on the green side.
Hey, I'll be right back, guys. I need to go grab another electric cigarette. I'm frustrated. Take it out on smoking, man. I'll be right back, guys.
Take it easy, bud. All right, guys. Looking at XON, guys, for the VWAP bounce. Was trying to get in there somewhere in the 1870s, but the spread was a little big, so I was waiting for the ass to drop down. Looking at XON.
Whew. But man, I'm on that bulletproof coffee. That stuff has me like sprinting through the house. It actually does give you more energy, surprisingly. Alright. Look at GERN maybe for a little VWAP projection. I actually like that one for a VWAP projection. Just because I think it's going to be tough for it to come all the way back up. Man, your dog is going to town, bro.
Dude, he loves his water. What can I say?
Looking for
I
an
think
entry.
he does it for show, really, but
looking for NBEV. Yeah, look at NBEV for a VWAP bounce. Maybe here. Maybe not for NBEV. It's just tanking back down. Market had a lot of volume at first, starting to slow down some. Look at TLRY. Cannabis stock dropping pretty big here. TRXC. I'll check it out. Man, look at TRXC. That thing's just crashing down. Nice little bear flag to take advantage of. I don't think it's tradable though. Yeah, I don't know if it's my Thinkorswim that's lagging again either. So TRXC is tradable. But yeah, I don't know if it's my Thinkorswim that's lagging or if it's just AMRN hasn't really moved any.
All right, guys, I'm long there off of 1268
on AMRN for the bounce.
I like the bounce, guys. Risking off of 50, guys. 100 shares. Have 47 as the support there. I'll risk off of 50. Want this to come back up to 13, or I'll sell half of it and then look for the rest to break out.
Looks good. The obvious risk level of that 1247 level, like you said.
$10,000 shares going through there at 71. I like that. Let's see this flip around and curve around, and it'll give us that fourth run, which could be the breakout run. We don't want this to get below now 61s.
I'm kind of kicking myself for not taking ASNA back again at this 443 VWAP projection, or this VWAP fade again.
Need this really next candle to close and hold these 61s, guys.
All right, I'm looking at TS here for a VWAP bounce. TS. Setting up for it nicely, and it's Mitch. It's like we said, that pre-market support and resistance level. Plus, I can set a tight risk area of the $0.50.
That's good. Follow the strategy. That's all you got to do.
Risk is 57 or 56.
All right, guys. I'm out.
All right, so I'm in with 100 shares on TS for this VWAP
All right, guys.
bounce.
Small loss. I'm looking for the VWAP rejection here, guys. Wanted to see it really tank down here. Get down to about 37s. Bounce to 62s. Let's see if it can reject it. It needs to get back above 1275s on the long side. Was able to control my loss there, guys. Only a $13 loss. That's more than fine.
All right, like I said, I'm in TS here with 100 shares. It's up to 71. Looking good.
Look at VKTX. That can get back to the VWAP, guys. That looks interesting.
Like I said, kind of experimenting here with these long setups, this VWAP bounce on TS. 100 shares holding at 34.65. So we get a nice little bounce up there. I'm trying to take a partial at 76 maybe if it gets up there. If not, I'm just going to hold it to break even.
Man, AMRN got slammed there.
I know, look at that drop, man. Crazy.
Yeah, it's the level 2s, guys. 9,200 shares there. 9,600 shares there at 42. Someone jumped in there again. Nailed it right back down. Look at VKTX, guys. I'm looking for a bounce on this stock.
All right, here's a drop on TS. A lot of stuff starting to tank.
Yep.
Yeah, Thinkorswim's still lagging, guys. It's still lagging. I'm having to watch the level 2 to base the trade off of. So frustrating, man. I can't actually see the pattern.
Life, man. I think it's swim life.
It's frustrating. I can't even see the pattern. Like, that's what's aggravating.
Yeah, definitely aggravating.
You know, like now it's back. Like, so frustrating, man. All right, I'm out for a break-even trade. Like, this is just what is going on with their platform, man? Like, this is a major broker. This is a major platform, and it's like I can't. Oh, I'm still in the trade. Oh no, I bought 200 shares. Okay, I gotta sell. All right, I just got out for a $10 gain, so I guess it worked out for me. I'm down 50 cents on the day because I added 200 instead of. Hey, that was a mistake that made me money. But what is going on with their platform, man? Like, it shouldn't. Looking at AMRN for the VWAP rejection.
Yeah, I'm looking at that stock too. Might not even get up there though.
Yeah. All right, so at this point, it's a break-even day. I'm down 50 cents before commissions. The move to really get into was ASNA. Beautiful fade. Ended up taking a mostly profit from this one, but definitely could have held it a little bit longer. I mean, it's only under about 3 cents from where I exited, so I guess it's a little too early to say whether it was a good move or not. Looking at MBEV for a VWAP rejection, although I'm not able to actually trade it.
All right, guys, I'm watching VSTM. If they can get back up to 860s.
But hey, that was my first profitable long trade in 6 months on TEFs. I made $10. But hey, a green trade's a green trade. Like I said, I'm just kind of experimenting with longs today. I'm not trying to go big. Looking at VKTX here. Did you say that?
Oh yeah, I was watching that one earlier.
Yeah, look at it. If it pulls back up to this 1930s level, it looks good. I might take some.
Definitely.
Being a little bit more active today. I kind of came to the conclusion that, like I'm a good trader. And honestly, it's no offense to the stream, but I really don't care what the stream thinks. You know what I mean? Like, I just got to play my game. And if I have a losing trade and people hate on me for it, like, whatever, I think it's pretty obvious I'm a profitable trader, but always going to get haters. I just got to learn to ignore them. But I kind of came to that realization that I just need to ignore them, man, and just do what I think works. And if it doesn't work, that's fine. Yeah, I'm actually still holding CRMD on Robinhood. Also looking at TRXC, if it can pull back to the VWAP, it gives you a really obvious risk level of 82 on TRXC. Oh, yeah, maybe, I don't know, man. It just filled some of this gap.
And look at VSTM. Oh, that so annoys me because I had the first VWAP fade.
Yeah, I mean the second one would have faked you out though, so I mean it might have been a good
but
thing,
I would have made 20 cents on it already. So
yeah, for sure.
It wouldn't have been it still would have been a profitable trade. And then when I saw it fail again, that little pop up in 64 areas, and that was nice right there.
I mean, I'm more frustrated right now, man, because I would have been up about $20 if it wasn't for this first trade that I got stuck in. I thought I was out of the position. Apparently I wasn't, and it ran up another 20 cents, and I lost 30 instead of $10. If that trade didn't happen, I would have been profitable. But hindsight's 2020. Looking at VKTX here. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with it. I saved the I kind of saved the big green day and turned it into a slightly green day or slightly red day. Looking at taking VKTX here, it needs to get up to the 30s. If it can get up to the 30s, I'll take it. Setting a risk off of 41, but it has to get up there, which it may not. Yeah, AMRN kind of looks like a VWAP rejection here. Yes, this is TradeNet's partnering broker Tefs. So this is the broker you get for signing up with TradeNet, which is Tefs. Alright, main watch is VKTX at this point. If I enter here, it is a tight risk at 36, about 10 cents reward, maybe 07, maybe 10. So about 15, 20 cent reward, not too bad. AMRN back to the VWAP, just spiked over it. This is why I don't trade VWAP rejections that much. Honestly, there's been some problems with Thinkorswim again today. It hasn't been working really well. JAGX. A lot of people talking about JAGX. Yeah, look at JAGX. Wow, look at that move. It did a little VWAP fade and then got down to 95 cents and then just spiked up to $1.20. So crazy, crazy move there. GBR did the same thing. GBR spiking up to 350. Very similar moves there. JV said it's doing more thinking than swimming. Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, so it looks like JAGX just gapped up. Was it halted? Was it? I didn't notice if it is, but it looks like it was. JAGX just gapped up 10 cents. And I think it was halted, but I'm not 100% sure. But I'm actually happy with today. I was originally down $31. I came back, and that was actually a mental mistake. I would have been, up a decent amount today if it wasn't for that mistake of thinking I was out of the trade, and then it spiked up to, 20 or 30 cents. And so I'm actually happy I recovered from it, though. I was down 31, now I'm down 50 cents. And so, happy with that. But, man, JAGX, a lot of these crazy stocks are starting to run. But yeah, almost took VKTX there. It just didn't get up to my levels.
Look at XON. That was a VWAP rejection there.
Dude, I don't know if you noticed, but look at JAGX. Look at GBR.
Yeah, are any of those even tradable?
Nope.
Yeah, that's why I'm not watching them.
I mean, I think it's worth it to watch them just to kind of get a feel of the market, but the more I watch them, the more I get frustrated.
There's a lot more other stocks that are moving.
Yeah, the volume's
There's money
definitely
to be made out there.
Yeah, for sure. The volume's definitely back.
I just think John's done for the day.
I mean, it's possible for sure, man.
I can tell.
I mean, listen, man.
Tell.
I had two more
You're being
profitable
smart.
trades. Right. Listen, I had two more. I had one losing trade, two profitable trades.
Look at VSTM. Oh, it's just killing me right now, bro. The daily chart was just. It really is killing me. This was my top stock I was watching, and I just didn't execute on it. I'm beyond upset.
That VWAP projection, man. Don't stress, brother. Don't stress, man.
That was a nice fade there, and it just keeps getting slammed. I have no chance. Right there, I set an order getting ready. If it popped up to 30s, I was going to get into this, and it didn't even give me a chance to do that. It got slammed down. Look at I, guys. I is doing a daily breakout, guys. Daily breakout on I.
Ugh, look at VKTX, man. I almost took it.
My option traders or swingers, you guys should look into I. This looks like it's heading to 30s.
Yeah, I mean, I'm bummed out. Like, if you're bummed out about VSTM, I'm bummed out about VKTX here. I really almost took it at 1927. It got up to 1928. I said if it got up to 1930, I would take it, and it just 2 cents away.
Don't worry, I was thinking 1920s, but it still was too tight.
Too early, yeah.
Yeah, too early. You're not the only one that didn't hit it.
Whoa, look at I, man. Yeah, you're right, brother. Look at I. I had a really nice VWAP bounce this morning, if you look at it.
It's a daily chart breakout.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I've never seen this happen with Thinkorswim, where it's like this. And so I'm not going to hate on Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim offers a free platform for traders. And somebody mentioned that they'll give you free trades if you call them and let them know about the lag situation. The problem with that is I'm not actually trading on Thinkorswim. I'm just using them for charting, And I think I have like $15 in my Thinkorswim account. So I don't know how much I could really trade. I guess I could trade like a penny stock, but it would be more like a lottery, XON maybe rejecting off the VWAP here. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of nice little fades today in the market. So again, it gives me more hope in the VWAP fade.
Look at weed stocks. Looks like they're about to crash. I'm paying attention to them right now.
This is the one we really missed today, Mitch. That set up, at least in my opinion, perfectly for the fade. And I made $20 on it, but I could have made a lot more. Look at ASNA. It faded beautifully off the VWAP. That was really the one to take. That was like, in my mind, hey, this is the perfect VWAP fade right here.
Weed stocks look like they're about to crash. I'm looking for a bounce to get in here. They're going without me. I need a bounce.
I like to say cannabis. I just feel like it sounds more, you know. Appreciate the sub, Edward. I like to say cannabis, though. I feel like it sounds more legit, you know.
I like the street name.
Yeah. Yeah.
That chronic.
My mom calls it pot.
Pot. I like that one. That's the old school one.
Yeah.
That's the old school one.
Yeah.
You potheads.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, VKTX, bummed out I missed it, man. Gonna kind of look for ASNA to bounce back to the VWAP if it gives me that. VKTX, I don't like it if it bounces back just because it's not actually putting in a lower low. And I think the important thing with the VWAP fade is that it actually has to put in a lower low like ASNA. If it puts in a higher low like VKTX and then goes up to the VWAP, I just don't trust it. It's too bull flaggish, you know.
All right, let's see if I get into Cron here. Cron or CGC. They're just got to get to my levels.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind Cron for a VWAP fade to put in lower lows if it bounces up to that 12-10 level.
All right, guys. I'm short on Cron, guys. Short a little bit on Cron there.
A little early, huh?
Nah, I think that's where I was looking for. I was looking for 12s. I called it out earlier. I'm just risking off a 12-10 here.
I'm looking at ASNA. It's starting to bounce back to the VWAP. Yeah, I could see the 12 rejection. What's your risk? 1205?
10 cents.
Yeah, 1208.
10 cents. Trying to get this breakdown here, guys. The real key is I could add a little bit more as it approaches VWAP and hold off of 2020, but I would have to add and double my size somewhere near here. I don't like to usually do this. Usually like it for it to hold this 1204 here.
Yeah, Thinkorswim is back. Good to see. XON, maybe for a VWAP rejection. But yeah, I set up beautifully for the VWAP bounce. But hey, I had one profitable VWAP bounce play. I'm happy with it, man. You know, I did have a profitable VWAP bounce. I'll take it, you know. I appreciate the sub. Nafis, appreciate it, brother. Welcome, man. What do you think of ASNA here for the VWAP fade?
It's not too bad. The only thing is the volume.
Yeah, I feel you.
That's what I would have to say about that. The volume doesn't look like the best.
But man, I hate to bring it up, but look at VSTM.
Oh, trust me, I'm beyond upset. Like I always tell you guys, visualize your trade. That was the trade that I visualized, just didn't execute. And those are the times where I get more upset. I don't care if I lose, guys. You know, once you become a trader for multiple years, you'll know that losses are losses. They're going to come. What's going to upset you more is trades that you know that you want to take and not taking them.
Yep. Somebody mentioning MU, it kind of looks fading. Looks like it could fade if it gets up to that 44.67, 44.65 level. HTZ getting hurt. Let's look it up. HTZ faded really nicely off the VWAP too, man. This is what I'm seeing a lot. Like I'm seeing a lot of second day moves fading off the VWAP really, really nicely. I appreciate the sub. KLJ William, appreciate it, man. Welcome, brother. But yeah, VKTX kicking myself here. Would have been up 30 cents or so. ASNA pulled back nicely too, though. I mean, if VSTM gets up to 8 reasonably, I could see it fading. And it has that pre-market resistance or pre-market support there as your risk at 810 on
VSTX broke 19 there.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of kicking myself for it. I almost took it. I said it had to get up to the 30s, and it got up to 28. So close. Yeah, man. So close. But looking at VSTM here, if it gets up to 8, I consider taking it with the 8-10 risk. I appreciate the sub, Gummy Bear. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. I like your name, Gummy Bear Taco. I like it. Oh yeah, Andre, that stuff happens a ton, man. Especially when the market's hot, right? When the volume's heating up in the market, that happens a ton. It'll get halted, it'll unhalt. Everybody gets scared and starts exiting their positions, and that will make it get halted again, and then it'll gap down, and then everybody starts buying it on the dip, and so that'll make it get halted again. It's kind of a process. Don't worry about it, Track Racer. You'll bounce back, brother. It happens, man. I haven't been doing that well either in the last week and a half. Well, I was watching ASNA for the VWAP fade. I don't like it anymore. I put in a high or low, which makes me not like it. Like I say, I think one of the keys to the VWAP fade is it has to put in a lower low. It needs to be an actual bear trend, like VKTX here. Just a really obvious bear trend with a pullback to the VWAP. Like, look at this really nice bear trend here, VKTX. Pull back to the VWAP. Really nice rejection all the way back down to the low. Sonic says, please ban me from this chat. What's up, Jonathan? What's up, man? Hey, Jonathan, my WhatsApp. I got a new phone. I got a new Note 9, Jonathan. So sorry if you've been texting me. I haven't logged into WhatsApp on my phone yet, man. So I'm gonna do it today, Jonathan. So you might want to re-message me on WhatsApp. I'll have to try to think of my login info, but I'll try to do that today, Jonathan. But yeah, sorry, man, if you've been messaging me. Like I said, I got a new phone and I haven't logged into WhatsApp on it. I completely forgot about it. I'm sure a few people have probably been contacting me on there. Hey, man, you learn more from your losses, Track Racer, so don't worry about it, brother.
All right. Looking like I'm going to have to hold a little tighter here to this 1205 because it's starting to reverse on all of them. And one of the key things is I'm keeping an eye on all of them, not just one of them. Don't want it really closing here at 1205s.
Looking at VSTM here, if VSTM can get up to around $8, I might take it with an 8-10 risk. Thinkorswim is still down? Man, that's crazy. I mean, while we still got a few people here, like I said, when we still got a few, since we still have a few people here, remember guys, the sale for 20% off an intro package on TradeNet ends at the end of this month, so we still realistically only have 5 days to get 20% off the intro package. This is TradeNet's partnering broker TEFs is what I'm trading on here, but until the end of this month, you can get the intro package. Instead of $500, you can get it for $399. We do make a small commission from it, but if you want to help support the channel, you can go through that link, and we appreciate it if you do. I think people still can understand that. I'm still pretty honest about it. The biggest flaw is some stocks aren't tradable, and today SAEX was not tradable. GBR, what was the other one? And NIHD were all not tradable, and so that's the biggest frustrating thing about TEFs is that some stocks aren't tradable. I still make it work, and especially in this market, there's still lots to trade. But yeah, I'll go ahead and post that link if anybody's interested in signing up. You can help support the channel by going through this link. That's kind of how I keep the stream and everything for free and let it run for free. And so, yeah, appreciate any support we can get, guys. But looking for a fade, kind of looking at VSTM here.
You got ASNA approaching your VWAP.
The biggest thing I don't like about this one is that it put in a higher low, right? So it kind of looks like a bull flag at this point, you know? Like, I prefer it to put in a lower low like VKTX before fading. And since it kind of went all the way down to that 412 level, bounced back, put in a higher low, I don't like it as much. It's right around the VWAP, though. I do kind of like VSTM here. Yeah, I'm looking at MU for sure. I was watching MU here. Preferably, the only entry I would have seen is if it would have bounced back up to this VWAP level, but it did a really nice bear flag here.
All right, guys. So with Kron, I'm gonna hold to 1205s. So if it closes at 1206, I'll get out, guys. I'm looking for at least 1190s on my first shares, and then I'll look for that next move down. One of the key things with this, guys, is I can't rush to my profits. If I rush to my profits on this kind of stock, all I'm gonna do is just get upset if it goes down and crashes down.
Hey,
Respect the plan of the trade, and from there on, I'll just let it go.
hey, brother, I'm trying to share your screen, but you're upside down right now, man.
Oh, I know what it is. It's my upside down screen. It literally is upside down.
Yeah,
Just give me a second.
it is. I'm looking at it.
I actually have it placed upside down.
No,
So,
Netron. When I say not tradable, I mean it's actually like you can't trade it. It's not just shorting.
all right.
Like for instance, like if I look at some of these movers today, like GBR, it says N next to tradable, so that means I can't trade it at all. You know, the good thing is that any stocks that are tradable are shortable on TEFs, and so that's the good thing is that anything that I can trade, I can short, and there's lots of shorts available. But like I said, the biggest flaw is some stocks aren't tradable. Oh wait, you're taking big sizing at Kron, huh?
Oh yeah.
All right, let's pull it up. All right, here's Mitch's trades.
All right, guys. Gonna probably look to put out an order for at least 500 there at 90.
But if Thinkorswim keeps acting weird, I'm just gonna start using Tef's platform. There you go, bro. I'd take a partial there. I mean, oh, you already did. Oh no, you have it at 90. There you go. Don't be too rigid with it, man. There you
Boom.
go. That's what
That's
I
how you
like
do
to
it.
see,
You
brother.
see how you
Right?
do that? Cancel out, take the ask so it can fill me, guys. Now I can go ahead and risk right off of here 1203s, 1204s. I don't want this to become a green bar up here and make a new resistance, guys. All I want to see is a rejection of 12 and then right back down here. So instead, now guys, just protect those other shares. We're not going to become a loser in this trade. We're just going to be smart in it.
Yep.
Let the trade work. A lot of people rush to their profits here. They're already rushing. They're like, oh no, it's going to bounce back on me. You can't be emotional in a trade. You got to understand what you originally targeted for your profits, and that's what you should be. Our next profit is going to be in the 84, 85.
Yeah, so this is Tef's. This is TradeNet's partnering broker that Mitch is trading on now. It's kind of like a prop firm. The best way to describe it is that you pay for a package. It's not refundable. Like, so for instance, I paid for the $500 intro package, and with that, I got $14,000 in buying power with a $700 max loss. And so really, I paid $500 to be able to lose $700. And so you get an extra $200 to lose afterwards. It's looking good for you, man. There you go. And so, but yeah, so any profit over the original 14K they give you, it's a 70-30 profit split. So I keep 70, they keep 30. And so if I get it up to 15K, I keep 700, they keep 300. And commissions are extremely cheap as well, at least in my opinion. They're 0.006 cents per share with a 150 per trade minimum. And so like you usually see me, I trade, 250 shares or less. Commissions on average are $3 total for a complete round trip.
All right, guys, some shorters added to size there, so we got to be careful there. They added their 10,000 shares there at 1190. 10,000 shares went through there at 1190. Let's see if it can get right back down. What we are okay with is a bounce to 12 and a rejection, just not above this 1203, guys. If it's above that 1203, I have to take off the sizing because I'm not going to lose on this trade. I can re-tackle it if needed, but there's no point in letting it get up here to 1210, losing that profit that we have. So like I said, a pop-up is fine. Even a rejection of 12 is fine. What we don't want to see is 1204's close. A lot of people will rush to their profits here, guys. You got to understand that when you do big sizing, it's not about rushing to profits. It's about staying to the same way you would trade it. So guys, I have two order forms. Guys, the one you guys are seeing is for my profit, and the one above me on the other screen is my protection. That's one thing I will teach you guys. Two order forms when you're in a trade is always going to be better than one. I think sometimes even John runs into this issue. Maybe if he had that side screen, when there's certain times, like what I do is on my bailout one, I don't have it set to 1204. I have it set all the way up there at 1210s. So if I do get a spike, I'm gonna get out. Hanging around, guys. Gotta wait and see if it's gonna really crack down here, guys.
So the light blue is the non-EMA?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's the short-term trend. That's what I kind of use the non-EMA for, guys. It's, as you guys see, it's hitting right here off this support right here. It's trying to create a resistance and just slam down through this. But we have to be smart, guys. One of the key things you don't want to be doing here is adding. You only add on the bounce back up. That's where I got filled at $12 at $11.99 right here.
So a few people calling out stocks like AMD, CHK. The biggest thing people got to understand is that everybody has their own strategy, and I see a lot of pressure from people to buy a certain stock or sell a certain stock, and I don't think that's really the best way to approach it. You know what I mean? Because everybody has their own strategy and their own style of trading, right? And so what looks like a good setup to you might not look like a good setup to somebody else. And trading is very subjective, and so like I stick to what works for me, which is the VWAP fade. And I try to just ignore everything else. Now I'm including the VWAP bounce. But like I said, I try to just stick to what I know works for me, which is the VWAP fade. And just trying to stick with that.
Hey, you can look at your NIO.
NIO? I don't like NIO, man. That thing is...
Look at VKTX, though.
I know, I saw
Almost
VKTX.
Back to VWAP. All right, paying attention here, guys. You guys see I also drew that trend line, guys? Where that trend line goes exactly to 12, guys.
Yeah, for sure, Jesus. I'm not gonna say it's a good or bad. I'm not gonna say it's a good or bad trade, but it looks good. One thing I've learned, and it's nothing against anybody in the chat, but I just try to ignore everybody in the chat. At least if they're giving me trading picks, I call them. And I'm not saying they don't work. I think if you're a trader, you just got to kind of stick to what you know works. Stick to your setups. And, you could experiment with other setups, but I'm not going to put it bluntly, I'm not just going to take a trade because somebody in the chat tells me to. You know what I mean?
100%, guys. All right, guys, we're going to get that 12 test, I feel, right here. All you got to do is kind of watch. Instead of watching the level 2 here, watch the time and sales, not on your small one. Your small one's going to fake you out a lot. It's going to be green, 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 and you're going to think you need to get out. A lot of times it also does this red, 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 and then a big red trade followed by it. So what I'm looking for necessarily is for it to bounce and just completely wash. So as it adds, green candles get big, 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 and then as soon as it gets to right here, you just see a red wash. If it washes right here, it's even better. It's just kind of fighting to get lower right now. People shorted it over here in this 1205s. They've covered some at 12, and it's covered some as soon as it broke 12 down here in the 90s. Now what we need to do is just see if it's going to hold that last high of 1203. That's why I'm risking right now, essentially off of that 12. I don't want to see it close up there at 1201, 1202s. What we're looking for is a rejection.
Hey, nice, Netron.
One of the key orders that I saw was right here, 1190, 10,000 shares, 10,300 shares. That's one of the key orders that I'm paying attention to, guys.
Look at JAGX halted again on the way up. Honestly, insurance, man, that legitimately made me laugh. After I said the thing about I don't listen to people in the chat, insurance goes, John, buy Enron now. I'll consider that, man. I'll consider it, brother. Yeah, for sure. 95% of all traders lose. That's why it's so huge for me to be like on that profit streak I've been on. This week, I mean, a break
All
even
right,
day, a losing
guys,
day.
here comes that 12 run. Pay attention to the time and sales. Big orders going through there at 12:01. So I'm looking for 12:03 if it's going to close.
I mean, I think
And it rejects.
I think it may pull back to the
It
VWAP.
rejects. It rejects. That's what we like to see. So it came to it. And now we're going to get that other test. What we want to see now is that red wash, guys.
JAGX resumed. It's up to 165. But yeah, honestly, I think CRON may pull back to the VWAP.
Guys, what did we get there, guys? Did you guys see that time in sales? Did you guys see the red come through there after? That's what I mean by rejecting, guys. So now I'm really, anything that closes at 12:03, I'll get out, guys. But this should reject here at 12:01s, not get back up there, because if it does, it'll squeeze to 12:05.
Yeah. Here's another rejection. Yeah, Daniel, I know the stream's a little late. The reason is the latency settings on YouTube. You know, if I want a crisp stream that doesn't lag or buffer, I have to set it for a small lag or delay. And that's what I'm saying. Like, Mitch and I have said it before. Like, we're not here to give picks for traders to piggyback off of. We're just here to let people watch our trades. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not what we want to see. You know, at the end of the day, if you guys copy our trade and make money, that's not what we're here for, guys. We're here for you guys to learn. You know, there's so many gurus out there that are for more alerts. And if that's what you're looking for, then maybe you should be with them. But what we're here for is to show you the experience of actually trading live every single day and showing you guys winning and losing, and not just trying to, show you guys how to make a big winner. These
Right.
gurus go on there and they can show you a million times their big winner, but how many of those do you really have under your belt?
Right,
That
for
should
sure.
tell you enough that that's maybe not the best way to trade.
Because truly, you learn more from your losses than you do from your winners. And so if you guys can watch us lose and see kind of what we take from it, what we learn from it, I think that is inherently more valuable than than just showing the winners. And I'm not here to hate on the gurus. I think that there's a huge amount of value in some of them, for sure, like 100%. And I've watched a lot of their videos, and I've learned a ton from them. But I think it's important to be independent as a trader. You know what I mean? You got to learn to find the stocks, find the patterns, find the moves, and handle the trade yourself. And if you try to copy off of somebody, it might work sometimes, but you're never going to be independent. You know what I mean?
All right, guys, looking beautifully there, guys. I feel perfectly fine with this trade now, guys, for it to hammer down. One of the key things now, guys, is we know without a doubt if any 1203s get in there, we will be out. So this trade, no matter what, is going to be a $10 gain. And now I'm looking for this trade to actually make me a nice winner for the week. I don't want to go ahead and just take profits there at 1190 again. That's what a lot of traders will do. The real key is if you take those profits at down there at 1190 again, then all you're doing is you're taking away your maximum gains there, guys. You got to understand that what your plan is from the original entry, and if that's your plan, stick to it.
Yeah, King Shavers. Once the stream's over, it takes a little while to process, but once the stream's over, it will upload it to my channel. You can go back and watch it.
All right, guys. Looked like it wants to try 12 again. All we're looking for to see if it can reject 1203s, guys. 1203s is what we want to see get rejected.
Yeah, VKTX went up to the VWAP again. It's kind of, I mean, what I see with VKTX is that a lot of times the first fade is the most legit one. That's the one that I try to profit from the most. Anything after the first or second fade, I just don't trust as much. And VKTX is kind of a prime example of that,
All right, guys. Now I don't want to see 1201s close, guys. As it's tightening down, I tighten down also on my exit.
Do I believe in Mir Barak? I mean, honestly, I haven't really followed him that much. Um, you know what I mean? I use the Tefs platform and the TradeNet platform, but I haven't really
All
followed
right,
Mir that
guys.
much to say
El-
whether or not I believe in him.
1193s here, guys. 1193s here, guys. What we want to do is see this come with some big volume and slam down here.
Down to that 1190s, yeah. Yeah, no worries, Amy. But yeah, it's nothing. I don't have it. I think Mir is cool because he gives people. He also kind of uploads his trades for free and lets you watch. And so for that, I think he's pretty transparent. But like I said, I don't know enough about him. I love the TradeNet platform and the Tefs platform. But as for whether I
All right,
believe in him or
guys.
not,
Got to get ready to take profits at the next support level, guys. 85s is the next level. I'm probably looking to take 200 shares there, and I'll hold the last 300 for a move down to the 1180s. One of the key things, guys, is that we're getting this move that it should now break down. You don't want reversals happening here. Reversals mean that the breakdown is not coming, and that's why now my exit is 1201. So you can give it all the chance in the world for it to break down. But if the stock doesn't want to break down, it's not going to. Okay? So one of the key things here, guys, is that I'm not trading this because I think it's going down. I'm trading this because the chart says it's going down. So we don't want to see anything close back up here. So you see you get these highs that create, and as they come down, you want to hold to them because anything up here will reverse trend and really start rocketing. So we haven't been really getting the takedown, what I call the takedown, the kill candle. The kill candle hasn't come. We're watching 12s right now, see if they're going to get filled, if it's going to reverse on us. This stock still has a chance of reversing. I'm watching CGC also. CGC did go above where I wanted to go on the short side. So that's why I'm also concerned about CRON and TLRY. All right, there we go. It's above. It just flickered for 12. So now we got to really pay attention to the time and sales.
But yeah, calm down, guys. Some people are getting. I mean, darkness. Calm down, man. Like I said, I don't follow Mir that closely. Of course, I use his platform, and I do respect the fact that he live streams his trades. But what people have to understand is that Mitch and I are offering everything for free. We're not charging anybody for anything, and so there's going to be some sponsors. There's going to be stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, Mitch and I are kind of putting ourselves out there live streaming for free. We're letting people watch us for free. And yeah, there's a little bit of a lag just so the quality of the stream is decent. And yeah, we do have sponsors and stuff like that to help keep the streams free. But I think it's pretty obvious. Like, I love trading. Trading's my passion, man. Like, Mitch as well. Like, both of us, we seriously love trading. Mitch and I conference at least once a week and just talk strategies and game plans with trading. And so it's something we're truly passionate about. And I think people can respect that and understand that. There you go.
What do I always look for, guys? What's called the kill candle, right? The washout. Now you've seen the washout happen on the time and sales. Now what you want to do is you need to see a big seller jump in here, a big shorter, 10,000 shares, 8,000 shares. When you see that, that's confirmation. So what you got is a chart confirmation right now. Now you need volume confirmation.
What's your sizing?
10,000 shares got shorted there at 1202, guys.
I thought you said you were in with 10,000 shares. What's your sizing now? 200?
500.
Okay.
All right, guys. 10,000 shares went through there at 1202. And then there was ads all the way down from 12 down through the 98s, down through the 94s. So now I want this exactly, I'm holding at 12, guys.
There you
And now
go.
I'm looking for the next move to crash down here, guys.
Facebook meetings. No, we don't do Facebook meetings, Tiny. We stick to YouTube. I like YouTube. I love the platform YouTube's given us here. And so I'm sticking to YouTube. I try to keep it on YouTube. Hey, appreciate it, John O. Hey, appreciate the support, brother. You know, means a lot, man. Like I said, it's really tough for Mitch and I to do this. Like, we're putting ourselves out there. We're letting people watch us live. Like, we can't hide anything. We can't fake gains. You know what I mean? We're just putting ourselves out there, letting people watch us live. And, you know, let us watch something that, win or lose, you know, we let you see how it really is for traders. You know what I mean?
Without a doubt, man.
Whether you agree with our strategies or not, whether you agree with our broker, whether you like hearing the you know, the sponsor call outs or anything like that, like, we're putting ourselves out there, letting people watch us for free, and that gives us a lot of added pressure on our trades. You know what I mean? And so we're doing that because we love trading. We let people watch, and you know, it's something we're passionate about.
Hey, look at NIO, bro. I kind of.
Hey, man, I hate NIO right now. NIO is like the enemy to me right now, man. I've traded that thing 3 times in the last week.
I know.
And everyone.
I mentioned it, and it just cacas.
Yeah, man. Everyone has been a losing trade in the last week, man. Traded it 3 times. One day it would look great for a VWAP fade, and so then that next day I'd be like, okay, I'm going to try a VWAP fade with this. And then it would just reverse and just losing trade. So I don't even want to look at NIO. That huge drop, though, man.
That's how it goes. Don't worry, I'm sure I don't want to look at VSTM.
Oh yeah, for sure. We might this Sunday. We might do a little strategy conference on YouTube. It's all kind of say so though. We'll see what happens. We'll play it by ear, but we might do another strategy conference this Sunday to
all
kind of.
All right, guys. There's some volume there, guys. 3,000 shares, 2,000 shares there. Let's see this push down here, guys.
Darkness Falls. No, man. I trade anything, man. Like, one of my trades today was TS, and that's like a $30-something stock. And so I trade anything that moves, anything that set ups well and that moves. I'll trade it. I don't discriminate with stocks. I'll trade them regardless of what the price is. If they're moving and they're setting up in a way that I like, I'll trade it. You know.
No discrimination.
Right. We've got a little argument going in the chat about Mir. I'm just gonna stay out of it. I don't know enough to really touch on it. All I know is I appreciate the platform he offers. You know.
Hey, I don't stress it. Mir's isn't my dad.
Right. There's 92s.
All right, guys. What we want to do is we need to see that 10,000 seller jump in here. 10,000 sell here down at the bottom will knock it through the 90s. Remember, guys, bounces were okay. Now we're not okay with it back here at 12. I'll let you know that right now, guys. If it gets up here to 12, I'm selling out, and I'm taking the break even.
You sell out, Mitch.
But we get the 10,000 shares to show up right down here, right in this area. Boom.
There you go.
Look at that. I can't call it out better for you guys, man. This is how I've literally grown as a trader. A lot of people tell me that, you know, you've been in this for multiple years, you're not profitable, what's going on? This is what I've been working for, guys, is understanding real, like, demand and supply there, guys. You're getting that knockdown there, guys. You get 7,000, 4,000 shares just slammed there at 1190. Now you actually know where you're heading to, guys. That's confirmation.
You might want to take some profit though, man.
It's too early, brother. You got to understand the amount that I risked on this trade was $100. If I take anything under $100, I am doing myself a disservice. Was it at 1190 before?
Wait, what?
Was it at 1190 before?
Before when?
Before when I first entered this trade and I got my first profit.
Oh, your first profit, yeah, it was at 1190.
So you can't take your second profit at 1190.
Right, for sure.
You should have just took the whole share amount at 1190 at the beginning, and then just taking your $100.
Oh yeah, for sure. It takes years to be profitable for most traders. There's always outliers. You know what I mean? Like for me, it took about a year to be like consistently profitable, like obviously profitable. For Mitch, I think it took 2 years, but some people achieve it much sooner than that. So I mean, it's all subjective. There's always outliers that achieve it much quicker, and there's always outliers that achieve it much later. The point is that it generally takes a long time to be profitable. It takes a long time to really get a good feel of the market. You know what I mean? And so it just takes time.
Yeah.
I mean, the
And
last.
one of the keys is also, we've been talking about this, guys. You got to take your profit at where you're setting it. If you're not, then you might as well just stop trading, guys. Trading's about making plans and sticking to them. It's not about that in between that you're just so better instinctually than everybody that you're going to be able to get out when you need to.
Right, for sure. That's the biggest thing I need to work on. Like if you look at my graph, like my graph is pretty, but the last week or so has been tough. Like, let me pull up my graph here.
All right. There you go, guys. Took 200 more there.
Nice work, brother. Nice trading today, Brad. But yeah, this is my graph. It actually pulled back a little bit from here, but you can see.
Why am I taking profit here, guys? Support. Next support, guys.
I like it, man. So what are you holding? 300 now? Nice trade, bro.
Yep. I have $70 realized. I'm not going to have this become a loser. And now the next move that I'm looking for is 80s and below.
Yeah, for sure. I like the trade, man. It looks really good, man. Good work. That's the biggest thing I got to work on is holding to my levels. But yeah, if you look at my graph here, this is my graph from the last 90 days. And you can see before I started trading the VWAP fade, and this is really before I started using risk to reward, before I started trading the VWAP fade, before I really gave myself rules, you can see I was a losing trader. Once I started to kind of tweak my rules, tweak the setups I use, look for risk to reward, you can see my profit and loss chart just spike up here. And this is really the big thing that made it so that I was able to achieve consistency, and a lot of it has to do with back testing, but it's just kind of the accumulation of everything. You know what I mean? And yeah, last week was choppy for sure. It's always a constant battle. You're always constantly trying to work towards being profitable. And, I'm just excited that I actually am technically profitable at this point in the last few months. And I'm still working on it, obviously. I still have a lot of holes in my game that I need to fix. But I'm just excited that Mitch and I both can show what it looks like to actually kind of turn the corner and be profitable. You know what I mean? Like when I started streaming, I was a losing trader. People could see I was a losing trader. And so it's cool to live stream everything, like live stream the entire journey of going from being a break even or a losing trader and kind of turning the corner and like breaking through and actually starting to show consistent profits week after week. Like in the last month or two, I've been averaging one losing day a week.
Man. NIO, just that daily chart, dude.
Don't remind me.
I see into that support there.
Yeah, I see it.
It's heading to break that 760, and when it went through that, ooh, bam. That's how you gotta use the daily charts too.
Yeah, for
sure.
The
reason, I wasn't looking at NIO all the way until today, brother. It's kind of funny. I had kind of ignored it completely until I finally saw it make a support on the daily, which was that 760 or 767. That's what I look for.
NVAX rejected right off the daily or right off the VWAP. But no, I do need to start using the daily more just because, I think I kind of look at the 5-minute within the last week, but I think getting a more broad picture of the extension of the chart is important. You know what I mean? I think that's huge.
All right, guys. Remember, guys, I'm just going to hold to 12 here, guys. If it bounces up anywhere in here, that's fine. I could look to add shares back, but the only thing that without taking that risk is that I'm risking all my house money. I could play with my house money here if I want to, but that's what you got to make your decision as a trader. You got to decide, is this going to be the trade that I'm going to look for that home run, re-add here, or am I just going to stick to my bones, hold my break-even price, try to hit those supports that I'm targeting, and stick to that? So in this decision, especially since we haven't seen the wheat stocks completely crash, I'm going to make more of a decision that I'll go for the break-even and not the add, just in case we get a reversal. Because we all know if this stock just continues going down for the rest of the day, that we could head down all the way down to 1046, and this could be an all-day fade.
Right, for sure. I'm looking up on the chat. Fabricio says you're doing fine. Just try to gradually push the size to increase profits. Then you will see how your approach handles against pressure. Great work though. Beautiful chart progression, smooth. Hey, really means a lot, Fabricio. Like honestly, the positive comments and the positive encouragement really helps me stay confident in my trading. You know what I mean? Because the truth is like I know I'm a consistently profitable trader, regardless of what anybody wants to say. But I also know there's holes in my game that I need to fix. More specifically, I need to learn to hold to my profit targets. Like, honestly, that chart would be much more pretty if I could actually just hold to my profit levels. And that's something that Mitch and I have been kind of conferencing about and really working on, is I actually got to hold it to my levels. If I can hold it to my levels, I'm golden, man. Like, my chart's pretty. The setup I use, I back tested it over a year sample size, and it definitely has an edge. Like, when I back tested the VWAP fade under the right conditions, it worked 73% of the time. And in the last 2 months, my average accuracy is probably around 65-70%, so really close to that 73% mark. And like I said, it just kind of shows you how important back testing a setup is, because that way you'll know if it actually has an edge in the market. And so I've always said, be skeptical of me. Don't trust me. Be skeptical of me in general. Don't listen to me. Back test the setups yourself, and that way you'll actually know if they have an edge or not. You know what I mean? Because if you trust what people say online, you're essentially just flipping a coin. You got to backtest it yourself so you'll know if it has an edge. And that's huge in trading. That's what really made it so that I kind of turned the corner and was a profitable trader. Yeah, Mitch is holding Kron, I think. 60% of the time, it works every time.
All right, guys. So one of the key things also is start looking at the other stocks that are running with this one. It does have sympathy stocks, so I start looking at CGC, TLRY, and I want to see them stocks start breaking down too. Because if they can reject these levels that they're at, then this cron can also keep going. I don't want to see it start closing up here and get back above this resistance, guys. This resistance right here, 94. If it gets in this area, it's definitely going to get on the kind of reversal side, and I'm going to have to really be careful there because the squeeze could be big. So one of the key things is I think we are getting these ads right here at the resistance, and people are willing to take some ads there. As you see these 93s right here, 8,000 shares there. That's an ad. That's an ad after a person took some profit. So now I'm kind of holding more off this 96 level, 97 level here. I'm letting the trade work for me, guys. A lot of people would take and rush to trades, rush to profits. That's the worst thing we can do, guys. The absolute worst. I've realized this through time and time and time of taking early profits and being upset with myself when I see the chart at the end of the day. If the stock is not showing reversal signs, why are you getting out?
Yep, that's the biggest thing I do wrong, is I get out too early. And I think it has a lot to do with I'm not blaming it on the stream, but I think some of it has to do with the stream and the pressure I have to like be a profitable, consistent trader, is that as soon as I see a significant profit, I'm out. You know what I mean? And like I said earlier, I got to learn to just tune out all the noise and just focus on the trade itself. Not worry about what people are going to say if I have a red week or a red day or anything like that. And that's another thing I have to work on for sure.
I don't want to call it out here, but NIO.
That's the enemy right now for me, man.
Yeah, she looks like an enemy too. She just bounced 30 cents. It's giving you a setup, just like take me.
I know, man. I see the VWAP test and a tight risk, man. You see, if you get in here, yeah. Risk is at 795. Reward is all the way down to 750. I would
take it if you could get like 85s or 86.
All right,
you could risk.
All right,
little.
All right, Fabricio. Have a good day, brother. Appreciate the kind words, man. Appreciate the kind words, brother. Yeah, for sure. I mean, but the big thing is that I have to hold to my profit targets. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times, like it's fine to take profits if they're at your targets, but it's another thing to get to see any significant gain, regardless of where the stock is, and just jump out of fear that it's going to reverse on you.
Yeah, like someone just put up, not to like you look bad, but Tam America, it's not bad to take profits early. No one ever lost money taking profits. Yes, but they did lose on that very next trade.
Right. And then because they took profits too early, their winners weren't big enough to compensate for their losers. You know what I mean?
That's
And
what
that's the
most
point.
traders don't realize. Just it's not about one trade, guys. You're doing a pool of trading.
Yep.
It's like playing poker. It's not one hand that wins you the tournament.
It's the
It's
accumulation of all of them. Right.
Yeah, it's playing those pool of hands that you were playing correctly that went and got you the gain that you got. That's what you got to understand, guys. It's really, really, really important to understand that you got to have the right risk to reward management and discipline to follow it. Because if you say, oh, yeah, I'm going to do 2-to-1 risk and reward trades, but then when you actually look back at your stats, you're only doing 1-to-1 trades, who are you fooling?
Right.
Nobody but yourself, you know?
100%.
And what this is going to do over the long run, you will start losing.
Right.
That I can guarantee you.
And so here's a good example. I'm going to minimize the screen and show you guys ASNA from earlier, right? So ASNA, I sold down here. You know, and I don't have a problem. That's actually part of my strategy is to sell at the lows, right? I get in at the VWAP and I sell partially at the low of the day. But since I was using small sizing, I just exited the full position right here, right? What I should have done is taken a partial here, added back on this VWAP test, and then look how much this thing drops. All the way back down to the 410 level. And that's exactly what I'm talking about, is that if I would have held it to 410, today would have been a huge day. I'm still happy with today because I was down 31 off of a error on my part on AMRN, and I actually came back all the way and made it so it's basically a break-even day. And so I'm happy with today. I had 2 profitable trades and 1 losing trade, and I took off that big loss of $31 at the open. But if I would have just stuck to my strategy here with ASNA, sold a partial here with larger sizing, added back here, and rode this down, it would have been a huge winner. And so this is a prime example of I have to hold it to my levels. And if you look at where ASNA eventually bounced, it bounced off of the high of yesterday.
All right, guys, got to watch this 95,
right here.
Guys. Don't want it to get above here and close. So what we are getting, guys, is a new pattern here, a new 1-minute pattern here. It's created a resistance test 1, 2, now 3 times, guys. We want this to come down and come below this 87 here or 88. If it holds, now I'm definitely going to watch above this 1196, and I probably will be out up here at 97. I'm looking for this to crash down and give me more, but I'm also not going to give profits back, guys. That's what I mean by, okay, so taking profits early is a bad thing because let's say like right here at 91, yeah, I got a little bit more money, but I'm going to stick to my plan. Discipline over just emotional trading.
Beginner trading at gmail.com, Track Racer.
Yeah, BKTX looks interesting. We could pop up to 44s or something like that from there on. I think this is going to come right back down there, but it was a tough one to judge as it went through that VWAP.
Honestly, NIO does look pretty, though, right here, I got to say. All right, Tiny, have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow, hopefully.
Loving this move on CGC, guys. It's really looking like if it can't get over this 54.87 here, we might get a crash down on that. It's going to help us on Cron.
Exactly, Eric Bout. That's a good way to think about it. You aim for 1 to 3 risk to reward. When you do that, you typically realize about 1 to 2. But when you aim for 1 to 2, you typically realize about 1 to 1.5. And so that makes perfect sense. I actually like 100%. That way to approach it, man.
That's how you do it, brother. Good thinking, Eric. That's the kind of thinking that is going to make you a profitable trader.
Right, 100%. Right, you got to be objective.
That's using your stats and being smart with it. Not just being like, oh, well, yeah, I got a 1.5. I'm good to go. I don't have to worry about it. Let's just look for the 1.5. No, 100%. He understands that his plan is usually executed not to the key. It's usually executed a little bit below that. So what he's doing is he's adjusting himself. He's saying if these are the stats that I'm getting, I'm going to adjust myself to go for a little bit further so that I can get the stats that I need.
Yeah, I
All
feel
right,
you,
guys. So
Andre.
we're approaching that second support, guys, here at 85. Some people could take the shares there, but since I already taken some shares there, I look for what's called support number 3. A lot of times most of the time you get support 1 and 2, and you can get out of the trade like that. When you look for the home run trade, you should look for that support 3, and then maybe leaving a tiny bit of shares for the rest of the move. Hold on a second, my dog's going crazy here.
Yeah, he's hurting my ears. But no, I 100% agree with you, Andre. Andre says not going to knock anyone for their profitable trading strategy, but can't help but scratch my head when I see someone knocking others for their green trades. Green is green. Congrats. Rinse and repeat. 100%, man. And that's what you see a lot of time in the chat. You have a green day and people still kind of hate on you. And I think it's kind of human nature out of kind of insecurity to hate on others. But I understand that while other people may not trade like me, it doesn't mean that they're wrong. You know what I mean? And I think it takes a little bit of maturity to understand that, like, hey, while he might not be trading like me, he may be doing the opposite of what I'm doing. But if it works for him, it works for him, and it doesn't mean he's wrong just because he doesn't trade like me. You know? Yeah, there you go, Mitch. Mitch, I don't know if you see CRON right now, but it's down to 1180.
All right, that was excellent. My dog just having fun over here. All right, guys, going to take another 100 shares here at 82. Wanted 80, but I wasn't able to get there, guys. Not paying attention there, guys. A little annoyed.
Blame it on the dog, brother.
Yeah, he definitely didn't help there. Let's put it that way. I would have took profit there, guys, at 80. Really upset that I didn't get my profit out.
EDRY. I see a few people talking about EDRY. Damn. Wow. Look at EDRY. Got halted, skyrocketed up. I don't think this one's going to be tradable, though. Let me check. Nope.
Oh, look at CGC. That's what happened there, guys. Remember when I told you guys if it could get back up to 87? What happened there? Boom. Knockdown. Look at TLRY, guys. Knockdown. You guys could watch these stocks now, guys. CGC, I would look for 54.59, and you can risk off of 70s or 75s. TLRY, I would look for somewhere in the 115.62 by the VWAP. I'm kind of annoyed that I wasn't able to take some profit there, but it's just how it is. Didn't have the order out. I saw it coming down. I was gonna put the order out. My dog decides to destroy my living room a little bit, so I had to take care of him. Put him in the cage right quick. Yeah, he's been being bad lately. He has some separation anxiety.
Hey, man.
Now he's even getting it when I'm trading.
At least you have a dog, though. My wife is allergic to everything in the world. Like, literally, we've tried to get everything, like a pet for my kids. And, like, my wife is just allergic to everything. We got a pet snake. And so my wife hasn't seemed to be allergic to it yet, but we'll see. But I love dogs, man. I've had dogs all my life. And
guys, one of the things is also, I love how we called this trade out. I called the rewards right there, 1180, that next support. I want you guys to understand, those are when you guys should be taking profit, guys. At those supports of resistance, that's what's going to make you the gains that you need.
Somebody mentioned you must have a really good processor and RAM to run all these programs. So I just recently got a new desktop last Friday. I bought an i7 with 12 gigs of RAM, and so yeah, it's actually able to run. I actually got a lot more programs. I have about 6 windows up on Google Chrome right now. On the left side, I have Thinkorswim, I have Skype, and I have and I have TEFs. All running at the same time with 3 monitors, and so yeah, I mean, it was a necessary upgrade for my computer as this becomes more and more kind of full time for me. But yeah, man, I'm loving the new computer. Mitch helped me pick it out because I don't know anything about computers, and so I called Mitch when I was at Best Buy, and he kind of guided me through the process of getting a good computer.
Yeah, a little annoyed here, guys. We're probably gonna get a bounce and a test here of the 1190s. This is gonna become a resistance here. A little annoyed. I should have taken some profits there at 81.80, so that I could just be sitting in here and not have a problem with adding. But now I just gotta kind of hold.
It's still a good trade though, man. This is like a awesome trade by you, man.
Yeah,
you followed to your
I
levels.
just
You ignored me when I told you to take profits, which was obviously the right move to make, and you're doing well, man. You know.
Yeah, one of the key things is that I like to fully execute the trades. If I notice one little part of my trade not being fully executed, I actually pay attention to that, guys. I'm really like one of my main things is, guys, execution. Execution of your strategy is just about everything in this game.
100%. Somebody's asking how much do we profit a day. Mitch takes much larger sizing than me because he has a bigger account. I typically shoot for, I don't know, $30 to $60 profit a day with small sizing. Mitch
Yeah.
probably shoots for a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, hey guys, I mean, one of the key things is just look for good trades, guys. Look for good trades.
Doesn't matter the
You know,
sizing.
yeah, it doesn't matter the sizing, guys. If you're making great trades, just be happy about that. Too many people, too many traders are focused on if they're making money versus as if they're making good trades. How did I get better, guys? I forgot about the money and started focusing on the trades.
Oh, don't worry about it. Insurance, he does it, man. And it's good that he does it. Insurance said, Mitch, don't listen to John. 100%, man. Because I think, here's the thing. I think I do really well
Right,
with...
guys. Paid myself 100 more there, guys, at 82 there, guys.
Nice
Paid
work.
myself 100 more there at 82, guys. Gonna attack this next bottom, guys. And the next move can come down all the way into 1165s, 1170s.
Nice work, man. But no, so like I said, Mitch doesn't listen to me. There you go. Look at that drop. Beautiful, man. What is your sizing? 2 now? There you go. 100 now, right? I know you didn't actually take it yet.
I'm looking for this next move down. I think we're gonna get another move down here.
Nice trade though, brother.
All right, I'll pay myself 100 there.
Yeah, I feel you.
Paid myself 100 there at 75 there, guys.
And so now you just hang out, brother. Perfect trade, man. Nice work.
There you go, guys. You guys can see the short right here. Put up the trades exactly there, the times, so you guys can see. There's nothing needed. All you needed is a good plan and a good reward ratio.
100%. Nice work, brother. Beautiful little fade, all day fader today, man, on Kron.
Yep, guys. And the best part is, if you look at the 15-minute, we're heading to this 1156 here, guys. And that can break down. If that breaks down, this stock is heading down to $11 today, guys.
So Yossi, that's actually Mitch that says, guys, 1,293,129,000,129. Actually, it's more than that. But yeah, it's actually Mitch. It's actually Mitch who's saying, guys, over and over again. But hey, it's like I've said before, I do it too, and it's really just a filler word. Like whenever you're in a trade and you're trying to process it, it's just a filler word. Like I do it too. Native,
right, guys.
Native gamer.
If we do get a bounce, I might look to add 100 shares back here at 1184, 1185s here, guys. The risk would come down to about 94, 95. So what I'm doing now is trying to position myself to get the best gain here, guys. I already realized $111 for today, guys, and now I'm letting this trade work for me. I'm also taking a look, guys, at CGC, guys. Remember I said pop up there? You're looking somewhere in the 57s. It only got to 47 there. But look at that takedown, guys.
Yeah, I say brother a lot. I say brother. Mitch says guys.
Look at TLRY. Same thing,
I
guys.
know.
Takedown, guys. I started watching these stocks. I want people to actually look back and hold me to this, guys. If you look back, when we were talking about the weed stocks about last week, I said that the biggest key was going to be the daily chart supports, guys. When this stock actually started breaking daily supports, that these stocks are going to start crashing. And that's exactly what you got there for CGC and TLRY. They're finally breaking down the daily supports there. They got to the support and are trying to break down right there. I said 100 for TLRY, CGC. The biggest key is going to be for that one when it actually comes down through 48. That thing's going to really tank.
Yeah, you're welcome, guy. Yossi. But yeah, no, when Mitch is doing well and Mitch is in a trade, that's when he says guys a lot. I say brother. You know, Mitch and I both have different slang, and so that's fine. It's all filler words is all it is. It's just filler words, you know, in order to be less awkward is why I do it. It's just a filler word. I'm probably going to close the
Look at
stream
these
down.
traders. They're jamming down on this 9,000, 3,000 shares there, guys. Jamming down on those 70s. Another trader just shorted it some more.
Yeah, Mitch still has 100 shares, I believe, right? Unless you added
100 shares from
Okay.
11.99, guys. 100 shares from 11.99, guys.
Nice trade, man. Really good trade. I'm a little jealous, if I'm being honest.
Stay in focus, brother.
I know,
Stay
man.
in focus. I had a loss, right, guys? A
Right.
loss on the long side, guys. What did I do? Minimize my loss, got right quickly over it, and was looking for patterns. Just looking around. I got a miss on VSTM that would have gave me more than this stock today. It would have really, let's say, got the piggy bank out. Let's put it that way. Look at VSTM, guys. That's the one that I should have nailed. You guys would have been seeing that today. You guys would have seen like $1,000 gain.
But the good news, today was a break-even day for me. But that's fine. Like, I came back from a big loss, which was an error, and if I didn't have that error, it would have been a profitable day. But the more important thing than anything is that the volume's kind of back in the market. We got a lot of moves today. We got a lot of opportunities, and so hopefully this continues. It should. That winter's approaching. To reference Game of Thrones, winter is coming, and so with that, the market's going to be a lot hotter, I think. And so, just got to stay confident, you know. I'm still, like in the last 2 months, I'm still averaging about 1.5 losing days a week, which is still great. Biggest thing I need to do to capitalize more on that is use a little bit larger sizing and hold to my profit levels. That's the big thing. If I don't hold to my profit levels, brothers or guys, you got to just yell at me. You know, if you see me exiting the trade too early, Mitch already does it. But if you see me exiting the trade too early, seriously, just let me know in the chat. I gotta have that encouragement to actually do it. Because if not, I'll get out super early, and you know my profit and loss will reflect that. The other cool thing about today, though, is that I actually had my first profitable trade on TEFs in 6 months. My profitable long trade on TEFs, I should say. It's been about half a year since I traded long, and so I actually had a green trade today on it. So I'm happy to see that. But yeah, Mitch, I'm probably going to close the stream down now. It's 11 a.m. Market time. I'm not now. I'll give it about 5 more minutes, but no rush, brother. So you know, I guess, man. I guess brother could be a. I mean, really, Texas thing's probably y'all. I'm not actually from Texas though. I'm from Louisiana, and so I'm actually a Cajun. But Yeah, important thing. Last week was the first week in 2 months where I actually had 2 red days during the week. Every other week I've only been averaging one. Mitch, I don't know if you know you're muted or not, but you're probably muted right now, bro.
Yeah, I'm muted.
Okay. Okay, I just didn't know if you were.
It's having fun talking to myself, guys.
uh Yeah, I got to size up a little bit more for sure. Like, that's the biggest thing I'm working on, and it's a process. Like, if you look at my graph, really pretty graph still. It's just about sizing up now. I just have to learn to use a little bit larger sizing, but this is before I really started implementing the strategies I've been using, and this is after. And so it's still a really pretty chart. Maybe a little triple top there, but got to use bigger sizing, got to hold to my profit levels, and I think I'll be fine. Can't let these few red days, which have been pretty rare previously, I can't let them affect my confidence. I got to get my head back in the game. That's what Mitch and I talked about yesterday. And today was technically a losing day. I consider it a winning day just because I came back from a bigger loss at the beginning of the day, and I actually got myself to about break even. So I'm actually happy with today, and it gets my confidence up a little bit more. I had 2 green trades, 1 red trade. Right. I mean, for sure. I mean, in the end, lavish. We're offering this stuff for free, and so I don't think anybody really has room to criticize what Mitch and I are doing. I think we're offering. We're putting out some good content for free in my mind, and so people can hate all they want, but I think a majority of people value what we're doing here.
Yeah, without a doubt. In the end, we're just simply documenting our experience.
Right.
You guys can either continue to follow and learn from us, or you can continue to go to those gurus that are going to show you no personalization in what they really teach. They only show you what they do really great in and not what they do really bad in. And what we show you is just the experience overall.
Right, for sure. We're just showing you what it's like for traders, like what it's really like. Not cherry picking green trades to show people. We're just showing people everything. We're letting people watch us trade live. We can't hide anything. And that's why honestly it's really exciting, because like trading's my passion, and I think it's really cool to go on like green streaks like Mitch and I have done in the past 2 months, and I'll have them live, so it's like people know when we're going on these green streaks, when we're showing you guys that we're actually profitable traders, it's actually real. Like, we can't hide anything, you know what I mean? And so I think that's cool. Trading's a huge passion of Mitch and I's. And, it's something that we're just trying to work on. Like, I've always said it, I want to be a profitable trader. I don't want to be a profitable guru. You know what I mean? I want to be a profitable trader. If people can learn from my losses, great. But ultimately, my goal is to be a profitable trader. That's what I really want to do in life. And that's what I've been working towards for the past year. So,
without a doubt, brother. That's what we're going to get to.
But yeah, all right, guys. I'm probably going to close the stream down now. It's almost 11:10. Sorry, Mitch.
You're good.
I got to do it, brother. But if you guys haven't already, hit the subscribe button. I day trade live on stream every weekday morning, starting at 8:45 a.m. market time. So if you want to watch us live, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, if you haven't already and you want to help support this channel and you appreciate this content, click the like button right now on this video. It definitely helps support this channel, and we appreciate it if you can click the like button. And so, again, we appreciate all the love and support we've been shown. And, yeah, guys, I just hope you guys have a good rest of the day. Good luck for the rest of the day. And I'll see you all tomorrow, same time as always, starting at 8:40 a.m. market time. We'll start the stream back up tomorrow morning. So, yeah, guys, hit the subscribe button. And, yeah, good luck for the rest of the day. And, yeah, have a good day, guys. Mitch, you want to say anything else, bro?
Nah, just like always, guys, just keep working towards it. Understand that your playbook needs to be the same way you're going to do it in the actual live market, and you have to abide by plans. If you're not abiding by plans, then you're just going to see inconsistency, and you're never going to get to where you want to be, and that's being a consistent, profitable trader. A lot of people can get lucky and make one win. Not a lot of people can put a pool of 100 trades together.
And you can see my graph, man. I'm proud of my little graph. That's why I keep bringing it up, man. It's just, the reason I'm so proud of this graph is because there's a lot of skepticism in the day trading world, and it's understandable. There's a lot of people that tell you that short-term intraday day trading can't be profitable. They say it's all luck, it's all random, and that any gains you make are just because you got lucky. And I think this graph kind of shows you that if you stick to good risk to reward, you back test your setups, and you just focus on getting in good trades, that you can be a profitable trader. You know, this graph proves it. And so you can see I was a break-even losing trader before. Once I actually started implementing the strategies that Mitch and I worked on, you know, you can see this graph just shoot up, and it's super exciting for me. And you know, it gives me hope that I could actually do this for a living. And so that's what Mitch and I are both working at. But yeah, have a good day, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow, same time as always. Mitch.
Yeah, guys, I'll see you guys probably Thursday or Friday. And like always, guys, keep on trading, keep practicing. Like always, guys, I'm here for you guys. Hit us up. We'll help you guys out, get you guys where you want to be.
Yeah, have a good day.